Good morning, welcome to 3D Leisure at Home with me, Gail. I'm going to be doing fat burn extreme with you this morning. So we're going to do a hammock, and it is not as many exercises, but we are going to work through everyone as a demo, which I want you to do with me. If you haven't done it before, it's a rest-based exercise. You don't get prompted to take your rest breaks, but you're meant to take them as and when you feel that you need a rest. So you work to your max, you have a little rest, you come back in, really push hard again until you have to stop, and you do that throughout. So the main bit when the music comes on is 20 minutes, but we do a little warm-up, a demo. Do that with me, get familiar to each exercise. Give you options to make it harder or easier, and then you want to get a sweat on, guys. So, little drink of water, have that close at hand, create space, don't kick anything, don't injure yourself, so just make sure that you have space. And some of the exercises you might need to turn side on in your room, just adapt to whatever space you have, and just enjoy any injuries, work around them. Okay, so we're going to start with our little warm-up, and we want to have the feet about hip width apart, dropping your bottom down, and then a little squeeze out of the hips at the top, and pushing through. So nice and early this morning. If you are doing on catch-up, give this your best this morning. And just hamstring curls, kick back, dig it back, and then give me just a little jog, and then a little punch up, and then kick up to the bottom. So take the hands down, and then just try and kick back to touch the hands, and then take that to little knees to the front. If you do want to do the jump, you can just do knees, the lifting the knees to the front, giving yourself space to lunge forward, pushing back, landing, heel to toe. We'll do one more, and then come to the front of your mat and lunge back. So toe nice and wide, knee nice and low, and then centre, reach down, back up, and we're going to speed that up a tiny bit. So just reaching side to side. If you can't reach the mat, just reach to where you can, and then just stay wide legs and twist. Reach to touch whatever you can this morning, or if you're doing on catch up this evening. And any comments, you can put them up and I'll get back to you. And then from there, we're just going to do the demo. So your demo is part of your warm-up, so do it with me. So your double knees, we have just done, just that it's 2 hops instead of 1. So double knees, as it sounds, 1, 2, try and use the arms, so opposite elbow, trying to keep the knees nice and high. Lower the knees, easier. The faster you go, that'll make it harder. Landing, important to land nice and light. And if you're taking out the jump altogether and you have issues, then you maybe just take 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and pause. Just work to make it suitable if and only if you have an injury, you do that. So 10 sprints, we have 10 sprints, using arms again. So your 10 sprints is nice and brisk, march is your easiest. And then we have dropping down to 10 hill climbers. And again, bottom down, and easier would be just to slow it down and just touch. Harder would be to speed up. Don't have your bottom up here, keep the bottom down, and we do 10 of each. So we drop down quick and do jump back up and do your 10. 7 pulse press up. Press ups either from your knees or your toes. If you're doing from your toes, it'll be a lot harder, and you do 7 pulses down and a 1 push up. So again, from your knees, make sure that you sink forward with the hips, draw the tummy up, you pulse down 7, and then you push up 1. Same if you do from toes, you pulse down 7 and push up 1. I was only doing 3 pulses there, but it's a lot harder obviously when you're pulsing for longer. So do that from your knees or from your toes. Then you have your 90-degree sit up. So in your 90-degree sit up, we're keeping the legs at a 90-degree angle. So if the hands are down, you touch and lift, touch and lift. So it's not a V sit where as you're coming in and out. The legs are just drawing back, touch, pull. So keep the belly button down, extra tight, and just work to your own level with that. And lunge mix. So the lunge mix, we lift the knee to the front. So you lift the knee, you tap back into lunge, you bring your foot back together and then back. So it's up, tap back, tap together and back. Up, tap, back. So we'll do that the other side. Speeding that up, obviously harder. Knee to lunge, together and back. Knee to lunge, together and back. And we speed that up. We have electric chair. So the electric chair is burn your legs, feet slightly wider than hip width apart, and the bottom, just sit as if it's an invisible chair, and then you just keep that hold. So if you're not as low, it'll be easier. If you're down lower, it'll be harder. If you need a rest, you come out of that and have a little slap of the legs and come back in. And then we have 1 squat, 1 jump. So we just come in from the side. So jump to the side and a jump up. Jump to the side, jump up. So if you're not jumping, you can still walk to the side and a reach, or walk to the side and a small jump. But you can still work quite hard. The wider you go from your side to side. So again, you might have to turn side on in your room. And then we have clock jumps. So your clock jumps is the quarters on the clock, starting from your centre, and you work clockwise and then back anti-clockwise. So you jump from centre to 12, back to centre, 3, centre, back to 9, centre, back to 6, centre, and 9, and back. And then you go the other way, so it's 9, 6, 3, but always go from your centre point. If you speed that up, it'll be harder. And we'll run through the other ones once we've gone through. There's a few more to go, but I'll keep you right once we've started the workout. So giving a little mini stretch, bottom, pushing back, and tilt that bottom back and up, hands on your bent leg. Changing, pushing back, and really lift that tailbone. Taking it to wide legs, so you can wiggle the legs in and out till you feel you're in a stretch. Then drop down, drop your head. Always allow your neck to have a little stretch because the head hangs. You can go lower if you wish. And then when you come back up, bring it toes, heels, until you're back at toes hip width apart. Little drop down of the chest, and then roll up on your out breath. Taking it to a little waist stretch. You don't have to lift the wrist. I'm lifting, you can just stretch. Breathe in, I'm going to lift up, and breathe out, up and over without dropping forward with either one of the shoulders. Taking it back, breathing in, nice and tall, up and over on your out breath. Wake us up this morning. Ah, feels so good. Okay, let's just do a little twist, feet wider, and just twist from one side to the other. Allow the arms to just swing round, and then we are ready to start, guys. So this will be wake up time. If you need a drink, have one. So this first exercise you will be doing is double knees. Just getting the music on and we go for it. So this is where you give it your max, you know now.
For an extreme hamate workout.
So this is hamate.
Double knees.
So double knees. Here we go, guys. Lighten those toes. If the knees are lower, easier. And if you do really have knee issues, whether you can't do this hop, then you'll just have to do a double knee lift.
10 sprint.
We are sprinting for 10. You drop down. You do hill climbers for 10. If you're not doing the fast hill climbers, you can do the taps. Keep your bottom down, so you can slow it down.
7 pulse press up.
Okay, press ups, knees or toes. Slim down, 1 up. Keep that chest low. So your chest is down.
90 degree sit up.
On your bottom, we draw up, really squeeze the belly button down. I breathe out as I draw my knees in. Legs stay at 90, when you pull back to the top, the legs are in line. It's not this. Got it now. Woo! You feel this on your hip flexors as well. Into the tummy.
Lunge makes right.
So we go right knee lift first. So up, back. The lower you stay here, the harder this will be. So if you stay down, it'll be harder. Step back and hold. Push your knees out so that you do feel the legs are active. Heels are down. You just set. If it gets too much, come up, have a rest. Little whack of the legs, back down. Staying low with our bottom.
Lunge makes left.
Left knee, up, back, together, back. And breathe. Woo. Lower, harder. If you are down, you feel this active
One squat,
leg.
one jump.
To the side. Walk in. Easier. You can still go wide.
Clock jumps.
Okay. So clockwise. Then anti-clockwise. Keep this going. You can speed it up if you wish.
Crossovers.
Okay, crossovers. Lie down on your mat, head down, hands at the side, cross those legs, straight legs, one toe crossing over the other one. Tummy drawing down, cross your toes, pointers toes.
Lateral sky jumps.
Okay, the out jumping, reaching up. So we jump up, touch the floor, up. Taking out the jump would be to reach, touch, up, down, up, down.
Lunges.
Split jumps, hard. So the lower you come with the back knee, the higher you jump, harder, not as low, easier. Tap back is your easiest. Taking out the jump. Try, work hard.
Body saw.
You're on elbows. Plank. Bring your hands, elbows underneath the shoulders. Lift the knees, right forward, toes and heels. Don't have this bottom up. Keep like a plank position. Push. If it's too much, just stay knee plank.
Half turn squat jumps.
Half turns. So, you want to jump, jump. Squat, jump, squat, jump, squat. Hands out to make it harder. Jumping higher and lower with the bottom to make it harder. Taking out the jump. Just walk side to side with your little squat.
Mountain climbers.
Okay, mountain climbers. Knees coming diagonal. You can go slow or fast. Again, don't have your bottom up. Twisting.
Lunge mixed right.
Back to right knee, guys. Use those elbows and the hands. You can speed this up. You can go lower.
Crossovers.
Get on that mat. Lie down and cross. Woo. Breathe. Work the core. Tight abs. Squeeze it. Keep this going. Have a rest if you need a rest.
Lunge makes lift.
Yeah, up guys. Left knee. Woo. It is hot. Hope you're getting a sweat on. Speed up if not. Take it lower to make it harder.
Clock jumps.
Okay. 12 to 12. 3, 6. Make it a wider one to make it more pronounced on your side jumps and forwards and backs.
Plyo lunges.
Plyo, split jumps. So higher and lower is power. Easier, not as high and low. Tap back. You've got it now. Go your mats team. So really go for this. Woo.
High knees.
High knees from the top. There's the arms. Come on, get those knees up. Single knee lifts. Easier, harder, higher.
Electric chair.
You drop down, Feeling this morning? Yes. Come on. Give it your all. Lower. Knees pushing out. Belly button pulling in. And breathe. Woo! Keep it going. Into this. Yes. Turn your legs. Keep holding. Woo! Keep squeezing. Tummy in. Knees out. If you need a rest, come up. Come back in. Hold it. Woo! Body saw. Elbows, toes, and toes. Push back through the heels. Get the stretch onto the Achilles. Elbows directly underneath the shoulders. Head around your spine.
Lateral sky jumps.
Okay, you're reaching up. So, up, touch, up, touch. If you're taking that out, you need to just reach anything so long as you keep moving, guys.
7 pulse press up.
Press up. Toes. Come on, give it a go. Keep it up. Chest through. 7 pulses. 1 push up. 7 pulses. 1 push. How are you doing?
10 sprints.
You're 10. 10 sprints with the arms. Drop it down. 10 hill climbers, knees directly on the chest. Speed this up. How many can you get in? Come on.
Turn squat jumps.
Jumps. So. Bottom, down, harder, easier. 3 options. Come on, your hardest. Go for it.
Climbers.
Knees diagonal. Bottom down. Speed this up. Push it. Slower. It's easier. Harder. Fast.
1 squat, 1 jump.
Okay. Create space between those feet and the floor. Reach up and jump. Taking out the jump into reach. Woo. Go team.
90-degree sit-up.
Down we get. Tummy. Legs 90. When you pull back, toes in line with the knees. Squeeze the arms.
Electric chair.
Sit it. Feet wider than hips apart. Knees out. Bring that bottom down. We're going to burn. We know it. Keep holding. Woo! Go team.
Plyo lunges.
Okay, high and low if you can. Max this out now. Wide. Low back knee, harder. Not as low and as wide, easier. Tap back, easiest. I'm hoping you go in max, the hardest of the 3.
Body soft.
Elbows, elbows and head in line with the spine, falling back. Keep pushing, have a rest if you need to rest. Always come back in twice as hard.
High knees.
Get those knees up. Hi guys. There's those elbows. Get his knees up. Speed up if you wish.
Half turn squat jumps.
Okay, squat, squat. And then whenever you need one, guys. Push. Arms out in line with the shoulders to make it harder. Easier, just walk it.
7 pulse press.
Excuse me. 7 pulses. 1 push up. Okay, nice work. Keep your chin up. Draw the knees back, squeeze them in to the chest. Toes in line with the knees on the up position when you draw back here.
10 sprints.
Here we go, team. 10 sprints. We drop down there, yeah. 10 hill climbers. Speed it up.
Lunge makes right.
Right knee. Lunge together and back. Up, back, together, back.
Mountain climbers.
Diagonals. Up and down. Draw those knees. Opposite. Knee opposite elbow. And the chest. Squeeze.
Lunge makes left.
Left. Here we go, team. Keep this going. Only stop and have a drink when you need to.
1 squat, 1 jump.
Side. You could use your mat here to jump from those as your guide. Jump over your mat. Your choice. Push.
Crossovers.
You're lying down. Cross those toes. Head down. Higher. Easier. Lower. Just skimming the floor. Harder. Point those toes and cross.
Clock jumps.
Okay, your clock. From middle. Go. The 4 points, 4 quarters, clockwise, anti-clockwise. Go.
Lateral sky jumps.
Reaching up to the sky, tap the floor. Create space. if you're not jumping, you might just have to reach and tap. Bring your bottom down as you tap. So even when you're jumping, bottom down with the hands. Work the legs, guys. Woo. Push. Come on, team. You're nearly done. Push it. Higher jump. Lower tap. Push. Yes. You did it. Woo.
The Fat Burn Extreme Handmade
Passion
Workout
should
is
be
now
up.
over. Let the afterburn begin.
So, let's do the cool down, the stretch. So again, if you felt that is too easy, then just go faster, jump higher, squat lower, anything that makes your heart rate speed up, just that extra bit more. And if you have injuries, obviously you need to work around that, but you can still work. Push that bottom back, really tilt the bottom up to ceiling now, chest lower, to really feel this down the back of the hamstring, and then we'll take that to our wide legs. So you should be sweaty now, and if not and you're coming on to do this again, then just push harder, guys. You really want to be working your best. Always pushing your max. Breathe and push. Slow your breathing down. Wider legs and just drop. Let this head hang and hands down, and bring the toes in, then the heels in and heels, and then I'm just going to twist here to bring my knee down. I'm sliding my little front leg forward so that when I come up I can lunge down into a lower sort of drop with a hip. So my foot is slightly forward of my knee. If my foot was back directly above here, I wouldn't get as low on the front of the leg and the hip. So I'm using my body weight to push down. And then I'm going to do an added one again for the hamstrings. I'm going to lift my foot and just drop down. Now your hands can be flat, you can be on fingers. We're just trying to push your chest down towards your knee. And then we're going to just swivel around to the other side. And again, I'm making sure that this little foot wiggles forward, so it's further forward than what my knee is. And then I lift my chest and drop down on my out breath, sinking down lower to get this big stretch onto the front of the thigh and up the leg, up the quad. And then I'm taking my hands down, lifting my toe onto my heel and pushing down my chest, drawing my bottom backwards and up, allowing the stretch to increase. So we've done a lot on the legs. And from there, we're just going to bring it back to the front, have the legs nice and wide, drop down again, little extra stretch, and then bring your toes and heels in and out, sort of into centre, drop down, let the head drop. Hands can be flat, they can be fingertips, knuckles, you can hold behind the legs, give yourself an added little hug here if you wish. And then on your next out breath, we're going to draw the belly button up and roll up nice and slow. And from there we want to take it into our quad stretch. And again, try and have a balance that you're not hopping around. So if you do need to hold on, you can do that. I find if I take my arm out or hold on to the tip of the top of the ear, it just gives me better balance for some reason. You can hold on to a wall, you can have your hand on your hip, Push your hip out to the front on your bent leg. Really lift the chest, squeeze the heel tight. 2 hands to increase the stretch if you've got your balance. And then we change sides. So get your balance first. Squeeze, keep the knees kind of close together. You don't want this knee riding out. And then you can give it an extra hug. Just an extra lift of the chest. And trying to grow tall. Squeeze the heel tighter. And let go of that heel. Dropping the head down and pushing out the arms, drawing the belly button in. Out breath, we're pushing out. And then we take the arms behind, keep the head forward, and on your out breath, push away and lift at the same time. Now keep the shoulders squeezing away from the ears. So you don't want to lift those shoulders up. Lift the arms as high as you can behind your back. And bring the arm across your chest. Bend, pull back, give a squeeze, stretching out the back of your shoulder. And then we change. Give it a squeeze. And then we want to take it into the tricep stretch because you've been doing press ups. And behind your head, close with your elbow, draw your elbow across. So you're pulling, you're lifting the chest up, but you're pulling the belly button in. The fingers are pointing down to the floor behind your back. Stretch, as if you're trying to stretch the fingertips down. And then once you've had a nice stretch down the back of the arm, you change sides. Get the arm drawing over. It was your head to kind of push back. Fingertips, give that extra little stretch down the back. Breathe. Allow your breathing to slow down, nice and slow as you stretch. And from there, we're going to take it again, lift up the wrist, or just stretch without holding the wrist and draw over. Push your hip out the opposite way here to get an added stretch into the outer thigh area and the waist. Breathe in, lift, keep your shoulder back, push that hip out, a couple of breaths here. I'm going to bring it back up, stretching out the wrist, so really squeeze back the fingertips, thumb out. Well done guys, that was tough. Thumb out the way. And if it's your first time doing that and you think, oh my goodness, just rest more. Build your stamina up, just nice and sort of give it your best in each exercise, that's all you can do. And then you build up, you rest more, and then as you get fitter, you just power up on those jumps. So it never really gets easier because you just push harder. Change, it's only 20 minutes, so you always want to give it your max. And last one, we're just going to slide the toe back and push down, bending the front leg, push down the heel. If you want to increase this stretch, then you can have your hands on the wall and push through the wall to get extra push onto the heel, the calf stretching and lengthening at the back. And then you just swivel around. And again, if you can't get your heel down, bring your foot in closer till you can, and then lean into it to get pressure back. You want your heel to be flat. Feel that stretch. And then to finish, we're just going to have the legs wide again, coming up onto the toe. Just swinging side to side. And well done guys, excellent. So I'll be back tomorrow at 12 for fitness Pilates. Hopefully you join me then. Make sure you have a drink now, recover, And thanks, you did brilliant. Have a good day. Stay well, and I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Bye.